And we are live. It's the Dave K Show. Welcome everybody once again to another great show. With me, I have the beautiful Miss Datha Bure. How you doing?
Hey guys. Hey Dave.
Hey, all right. So we have a great show today, and I'm trying to get all the little technical things pulled up here. Here we go. All right. So we have a great show today. Today is the day to buy real estate, to buy homes, to get into the place that you want to get into, that you wanted to all your life, to get out of the rental situation, to get out of paying somebody else's, mortgage right for their place. You want to have your own place to live. That's the American dream, right, Datha?
I'm living it. I love my house.
Yes, right. And
I do.
Yes, we're going to talk about that too. You're a homeowner, right?
I certainly am.
Yes, and a proud homeowner at that, for sure. Yes,
that's a lot
great.
accomplished for me.
And there is nothing like owning your own home, right?
Nope. It's all mine. I can do whatever I want. Paint the walls, whatever crazy color I want. I can do whatever. I stain my concrete the way I want.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Everything.
right. That's
I
right.
love my house.
Yeah, your home is your castle for sure.
It's mi casa.
That's exactly right. So we have a very special guest that's going to help you out there get into the home of your dreams, and she's going to have a great home buying seminar coming up June 25th, which is this week. What day of the week is that? June 25th.
Tuesday.
This Tuesday, it's going to be at 211 West Main Street at the New Road City Hall, and it's called the Country Living Homebuyer Seminar. And so, without further ado, I'm going to introduce our very special guest, Miss Kimberly Christophe. How you doing, Miss Kim?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, we're so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, sure. So, tell us first of all, I know that you own your own real estate company. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Right, and so the name of it is KC Home Realty Group.
Correct.
And it's based out of Baton Rouge.
Yes.
And we're proud to say that you are a New Rose native for here in Point Coupee Parish.
True country girl.
Absolutely, sounds great. So, being that you're a realtor, I know that you're a very successful realtor, right? Because how much sales did you make last year in your realty group?
Like 5 million, I think.
Wow,
Good grief.
that is incredible.
Yeah.
I love it. So that means you are doing something right.
Yes.
And you are making some dreams happen for some people for sure.
Yes, I am making dreams come true in the real estate world.
Yep.
About to start selling houses right quick.
Right.
Mine just went up for sale.
That's right.
$375.
That's it. That is great. So let's kind of backtrack a little bit. What got you interested in real estate?
I've always been interested in real estate, selling, flipping, also interior design. So I think my love for interior design pushed me over to the real estate world. And that's what caused me to go into school, get my license, and I've been doing this for about 12 years now.
Wow.
So it's no turning back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I always wanted to do real estate. I thought
Really?
about it.
Yeah.
I keep up with all the real estate around here. I know how much a house is selling for, what they're going to end up getting for it. I've done all the research. I'd be so good at it.
And then also when you have kids, it helps you to have your own schedule, make
Right.
your own schedule, and be able to be there for them in their time of need with school activities, with doctor's appointments. So it goes hand in hand with my lifestyle.
For sure. Yeah, I did think about that.
Yeah. So that's great. So you could have worked for any other real estate company out there. There are tons of Remax. I mean, there's all kind of people that work for. So they're big national corporations. They're smaller, locally owned groups and everything. Yes. What made you have the little bug to go like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna start my own business?
Well, I was with a smaller company when I first started, and then I did go off to Keller Williams. Being at Keller Williams, I was still branding myself as KC Homes. So in doing that, I decided to just branch out. And since I've branched out, I've still been able to maintain the same amount of clients that I did when I was with the big name companies. So I am selling me. I'm not selling the big name companies. And people want someone that's personable, someone they can relate to, someone that they see on social media living the life that they're living, dealing with kids every day, but still being able to maintain a career.
Right.
Exactly. Well, that's great. So, I remember back in the 2008, we had the big housing boom and everything. So the way that I understood all that to be is that the lending companies were just giving out loans to just anybody and everybody, and you can only do that for so long before it comes crashing down.
Right, and that's what happened. It came crashing down.
Right. So, of course, back then it was very, very easy for people to get loans, of course, because that's what they were doing. They were giving loans out to everybody. So I'm sure they have tightened the restrictions up since then. What's the general consensus now as far as being easy to get a loan?
Okay, so as far as your credit score, As long as you have over a 600 credit score, then you have different options. The magic number is a 640. With the 640, you'll be able to get qualified, possibly, depending on, because everyone's situation is different. So let's put that out there. My situation will be different from yours. So with the 640, there's a grant program that's available. That there's rural development, 100% financing. There's FHA, and then there's conventional. So if you have over a 600 credit score, you can get in a house FHA with 3.5% down. Okay. So it just depends on your situation, how much money you have saved, and what the lenders are able to offer you. You never want to go to a lender or a bank and they can only offer you one product. You don't want that. When you go to get a car, you look at several cars before you choose the car. So when you go to look for a loan, you want several loans, and then you choose which loan best fits you and your family.
Right. Shopping around, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's great. So I was going to ask you something here. So a lot of people have no credit. So, like me, I'm in a situation where I have no credit, not necessarily bad credit. So what are some options available for those people?
Okay. So I want people to, if you're on social media, please look up Confident Credit. Confident Credit works very closely with my company. The owner is Danielle Rogers, and she is a board-certified credit consultant. Cool. People that are looking to build their credit, she can help you to do that. People that are looking for positive credit, she can help you line that up for your future goals. People that are looking to clean up their credit and get some things legally removed off of their credit, she can help you with that. So if you need a plan to start, just say now, because you want to be able to buy by January, yes, now is the time to get with us, because we have a team of people that's going to help you to build your credit and get you to the next step of the home buying process.
Cool. What's the interest rates right now?
The interest rates right now are anywhere between 3.7 and about 4.6. They fluctuate every day, so please don't quote me on that, but they do fluctuate every day.
The various loans that you get when you purchase a house, does any of them fluctuate with the rates? I mean, if they go down, will they go down as well?
Well, yes, it will, but most times when you actually get a loan, it's a fixed rate. That's what most loan companies are doing now. So the balloon rates, people are getting away from those. So you will have a fixed rate when you have an FHA conventional type loan.
Okay.
Yeah, so you hear a lot of people, a lot of like late night infomercials and stuff. We can, repair your credit. Call us up and we'll give you instant credit repair. We can boost your score, 100 points overnight or whatever. How legitimate are those companies?
Okay, I don't know about those companies, but you definitely want to go to someone that is board certified, that has a license. So that's why I'm saying that this company works very closely with us, and you will see results in 30 days.
That is amazing.
I can't speak
days.
for, the other credit companies and what they charge and what they'll do for you, but because she works very closely with my clients and I've seen the results and we're able to get people in homes, I say definitely look her up and see what her company has to offer.
Right. And so once again, let's put a plug in for her company again. It is
Confident Credit on Instagram.
Confident Credit. Okay.
Yes.
So just search Confident Credit on Instagram and she'll get you set up.
Yes.
Crap, I had a question.
Keep on.
Why you did that?
Keep on thinking. It's going to come
It was
back.
a good one. All those ads that they show where there's loans or loan assistance, let's say. Is that stuff accurate?
Yes. So are you talking about loan assistance as far as down payment assistance?
Like they say you can get, if you pay for something, I think the number they use lately is like $700,000. Let's face it, nobody in Louisiana can afford a $700,000 house.
Right.
Not
Well,
really.
Right.
I haven't seen those ads.
You hadn't seen
No,
any?
but there is grant assistance that's available for first-time home buyers.
So if you see that, you can put your information and don't be scared to do it, because I'm scared to do it.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, I won't do that then.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just
You
wondering.
said already. You got your house, so you're set.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though. I mean, if they give you assistance on it, I would be veering towards checking it out, because being a single mom with 3 kids, it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, there are grant programs out there that can help you with down payment assistance. So being a single mom, I remember 10 years ago, when I bought my first house, it was all kinds of grant programs out there for single mothers. At one point, it was like a $35,000 grant. I got that grant.
Wow.
They're not giving that anymore.
Why?
I know, we
We
need
can't
it.
afford nothing. My children are eating $500 in 3 weeks.
I know.
Wow.
Yes, that will really help if we
Yeah.
had that today. It really would. But unfortunately, we just have to where they are giving the down payment assistance, which is anywhere between $3,000 to about $8,000 in down payment assistance. So you can get that to help you get in your home. But again, times have changed, and the money isn't really in real estate when it comes to helping get people in homes. They're just
Right.
not putting. That's why we need the government to understand how important it is to put people in homes. People don't want to rent anymore.
Or boost the cost of living up so we can afford it.
Yes.
I mean, give
exactly.
everybody a raise. Do they understand
Right.
what it would do with the economy in
Yes.
Louisiana alone?
Absolutely.
Just give us a raise.
What about the first-time home buyers program? Is that still up and running?
Yes, there, and that's tied in with the grant. So whenever you do go to apply for a loan and you're able to qualify for that first-time home buyers assistance, then you will take that class, get a certificate, and then you can qualify for those funds.
Missed
Okay,
that by a
cool.
year
Yeah,
and a
I know.
half. Jeez.
Wow,
Where
come
were you
on.
at?
Right. So, a lot of people, they get discouraged. Like I got discouraged a while back. They're going like, I'm never going to get into a house. It's going to take forever to get my credit up. I'm just going to throw the towel in and rent the rest of my life. I never said that, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, but rent's so expensive.
It is.
It's
And
almost the same as having
Rent
a house
is
note.
actually more
Yes,
than
it
actually
really
getting a
Because
house
you
note.
never actually own it.
Yeah,
it
you
will
never
never be
own it.
yours.
Right.
$900 a month on something that's not even
Oh, my
yours.
Lord. I know. It's
Yes.
I mean,
depressing is
the
what
only
it
good
is.
thing is you don't have to mow the grass, but I really like mowing the grass.
Right, it's depressing. So the point I was getting at is, so you're telling people that it's not impossible. It can happen. It's doable.
Right.
You can get into contact with the right people. They can get you set up in a relatively short amount of time. And you're going
Right.
like, if you want to get into a house by like next year, sometimes give yourself a little game plan, right?
Right.
A little, like step by
Breathing
step
room.
program.
Yeah.
Right. So just start the program. Basically, you'll have to do an application so we can see where you stand as far as your credit, your income, your finances, and then we'll put you on a plan. As long as you follow that plan, we can get you in a home in the time that you're looking to get in a home.
That's amazing.
Cool.
That's encouraging.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
really is. That's just really encouraging. One of the big things I see in Nero's coming up is they have a lot of the little, I call it Section 8 housing, like on the end of Curette Street down there by Cherry Street. They have all these
Yes.
beautiful little houses they're putting up. Probably about 25 or 30 of them. They're all very nice little houses and everything. And people, a lot of times people get in there. They're kind of lower income, so they're getting some kind of government assistance or whatever. But even then, don't think you're relegated to that for the rest of your life. With a good game plan going, you can get into the house of your dreams. And it doesn't have to be a big mansion. It could be something that you own.
I did. Took me about 2 years before I got in mine.
Yes.
After I got divorced, I was living in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, window unit house. It sucked.
Right. But now you got a very beautiful home.
I
right
love
that
my
you're living in.
house.
You're living in a very nice house right
I
now.
do. I
So
love it.
what was your the steps that got you into your house? You had a down payment. Did you have any special programs that you took advantage of?
I had a down payment. I didn't do no programs. I just did the down payment. Got a little help from Tim, helped me out with it.
Cool.
And
Yeah, that's great.
we got in there, and that was it.
That's
got
very
got
good.
a good note that I had already. It's kind of like a car. I know what I'm paying a month. I know what I can afford. And if it's anything over my budget limit, I'm not doing it. So I got it to where I can budget and do what I want and be able to still skirt by without
Right.
stressing out so bad.
Right.
But I'd like it lower, but it is what it is.
I mean, let's just face it, bills stress us all out.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're going to pay for it, let's just say, let's pay for something that's yours.
Right.
I think it feels better when you're giving the money to
Right.
the mortgage company
Yes.
because it's yours rather than giving it to the landlord.
Right. I agree with
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
agree with you.
Absolutely. What about the people out there? Say they filed for either bankruptcy, they had a short sale. You got to wait a little while for these things to get off your record, right?
You do have to wait a while, but we are helping people like that, and we are getting people in homes that have had bankruptcies, that have had short sales in the past. So if you want to start the process to get your credit back on track, yes, it will take some time. But if you're dedicated to say that I am going to get in a house in this certain amount of time, then we can help you with that.
Awesome.
Right.
That's great.
Yes.
That's very, very good. That's very good. Okay, sounds great. So, who's the average person that comes to you for assistance? Are they like a single, married, younger, older? What's your average?
I
9s,
Or
get 'em.
57.
everything.
I get them all. I get a lot of first-time home buyers. I think it's because of the way that I market myself. I'm trustworthy, and they know that they can come to me to help them make the right decisions in purchasing their first home. That's my baby of doing this, is helping first-time home buyers, helping young people to stop renting and getting in homes, because actually I was 21 when I bought my first house.
Really?
So
That's
that's like an inspiration, motivation to certain people or some people. And I think that's why they contact me, to get my expertise on what they should do or where they should move.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you look through the advertisements on television, internet, and everything, and they're just like lawyers. They're just like tons of real estate agents. They're all over the place.
They are. A lot of websites link all of them together, too.
Yes, they
like
do.
Realtor.com and
Zillow.
Yeah.
Zillow. Right.
Yes.
I like
So-
looking at that. I like scoping out the real estate. Just to see. I also like the estimate to see how much my house has gained in value.
It's not accurate.
I know it's not, but the higher it goes, the better I feel, because I think my house is worth a pretty good bit.
Don't call me telling me what your house worth.
I say 375, and I'm shooting pretty
And
high.
I got it off of Zillow.
No,
I know
no,
people
because they
say
say
Zillow.
like 240. They totally lowball it. Totally lowball it.
Well, I guess the most accurate way would be to get somebody to appraise the house, right?
Well,
Yes.
that your insurance company goes up $30 that next year. They say, oh, by the way, your house just went up. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It went up 10 grand since last year.
Wow.
That's pretty good. But houses
Yeah.
around here sell for so much. I mean, and they're everywhere. The houses are the signs down Main Street is ridiculous. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So that's the thing. That's where we are right now in the city of New Roads. A lot of clients that I get, I have to take them outside of New Roads. So most people that I get here, I'm taking them to Zachary to buy new construction. We want to keep the residents here. We want to keep people living their country style lifestyle. You know, they like being here. They like the city, Falls River, and all the amenities that New Roads have to offer.
Like Taco Bell breakfast.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out.
what I'm
Like
talking
Taco
about.
Bell that's coming.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know. My kids are like, y'all got to be the first one. I'm like, people, y'all have ate at Taco Bell before. It's not that
It's
special.
different when it comes to your town, though. It's
Right.
different.
Right. Still waiting on the
So,
Raising Canes to come.
yeah.
We're patient. We're patient.
So yeah, we're just trying to start the proposed talk of bringing new construction here and have it affordable to where the people here can actually purchase homes in this area. Everything here that's for sale is 200 and above. And I mean, of course, yes, we do have clients that are approved for that amount, but it's not very much of a selection here for them. So I'm having to take them on the outskirts. And that's not something that I want to keep doing because I'm
Sure.
from here. So I want to keep my people here.
Right.
Absolutely. So getting back to the question I was going to ask earlier is, like, you know, with all the market flooded with real estate agents all over everywhere you look and everything, what sets somebody like you apart from the rest of the crowd? Because, I mean, could I just call any real estate agent? They're going to give me the same runaround, or what would make a good real estate agent stand out from the crowd?
Well,
Here's your chance to shine right here.
Dude, it's coming.
That's right. Here's your chance to shine.
well, okay, no. I just think that I'm down to earth. I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat anything because I want you to know up front this is how the process works. It's not going to be a piece of cake.
Nope.
It's going to be stressful.
Yep.
I'm going to let you know that up front, but I'm also going to know that I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be there every step of the way
Great.
to
That's good.
guide you. I'm not going to leave you out there to have to figure it out because, like I said, most of the clients that come to me are first-time home buyers. They've never done this process before.
Right. They can be scary.
Exactly. And then also walking into houses, I have an eye and I
Me
can walk
too.
in and I can just decorate an empty room. And a lot of my clients that follow me on social media, they know that. They know that about me. And when I walk in, I can sell a home. I can make you feel comfortable in that home. And if that's your home, I'll know it on your
Wow,
face.
love it.
Right.
That
See,
is
I'm a
great.
stickler. When we went house shopping, we shopped 3 or 4 houses. We had one on Bigman that we were looking at that's actually up for sale now. And we had put an offer in for it. There was a lot of things wrong with it that I did not like. For example, laminate floor. If I'm going to spend $245 for a house, that floor had better be real wood. None of the cabinets were finished painted. There was a lot wrong with it
yeah.
that I saw that I didn't like.
Right.
Then we saw the house that I got, and we saw one on Bigman. The one on Bigman was actually, we put an offer in for the house I had, and someone had offered cash for it, so we almost lost it. We put an offer in at Bigman. They did the inspection. Inspections are a must when you buy a house. You need to do an inspection. This house needed a new roof, which the woman would not replace when we were offered to pay for, give her offer. It needed a new hot water heater. I mean, there's certain things. The jets didn't work in the tub. It was a lovely house. And I put an offer in. We were going to get it. But the roof was the part that made it where I didn't want it because she wasn't willing to work with us. By the grace of God, and I'm happy this happened because it's obvious the house was meant for me, the people that put the cash up for the one that I got now backed out. We went and did an inspection on it. Hardly anything was wrong with it. Got the house. Love the house.
Wow, come on.
That house
Roof was
meant
perfect.
For you. Yeah,
the colors in the house, everything coincides with me.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's great. It's a home, not a house.
Yeah, and it's not, that's like you said. When you walk into something, you feel right at it.
Right.
It feels like you, and that house felt like me.
Yeah,
and I'm glad
you're gonna
we got
know.
it.
Yeah, you're gonna know. And also to reiterate what she said about getting an inspection. Like I said, I have a team of people. You can go on Instagram and follow HDMK, and that's an inspection company that I use. I mean, they're fantastic. And doing an inspection is the most important part of the process because anything that you find in that inspection, you can ask that seller to repair those items. That's when the negotiations really take place because like she said, if they don't fix that roof, you don't have to buy that house.
Nope.
So this is your time to find out everything you need to find out about your potential future home. So getting an inspection is very important. And I don't let any of my clients go without getting an inspection.
And they're very, very detailed too, and they're very, very particular. They're like me. They'll walk in and see one little tile out of place. That's got to be fixed. I mean, they are very, very, very good at what they do.
Very meticulous, right?
Yeah.
That's great. So is this true? Because I heard with real estate agents, the way it works, if you see a house that's for sale that you like, but your name is not attached to it, you can still sell that house. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes, I did that.
Correct.
Okay.
Keller, what's his name? Keller Oye?
Gary.
Gary
Right.
Oye.
Yeah.
So,
he's got real estate wrapped up in his parish pretty much
everywhere.
for the most part.
He was selling the house I bought, but I bought it with Stacy Green because we knew
I
her.
love
I
Stacy.
know. I knew. Shout out Stacy.
Yeah, shout out to Stacy.
Oh yeah, I know Stacy well
So
too.
Stacy's who I bought my house from.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
So
she
so how
is
does that work? So
fantastic.
somebody likes a house, but they want you to do everything. So you sell the house.
So if Stacy has the house listed, then Stacy is working for the seller. And if my client wants to purchase that house, I am the buyer's agent. So Stacy and I have to work together to make the transaction come to the table.
Okay. Do y'all
And
split
that's
the,
we split the commission.
Okay.
That's not hard to do. Me and Stacy work really good
Okay,
together.
Right. So in that
Yeah.
situation, does one person work less than the other? You still work equally the same?
No,
to
we
sell the
work
house?
equally the same, yeah. So we have to contact each other and communicate with each other to get the paperwork where it needs to get in the right amount of time to get everybody to the closing table on time. That's
right.
the goal, to get everybody to the closing table.
Right, to get those
Right.
keys in the hand.
That's right.
Oh, and that's
Right.
a good feeling.
Oh, I bet it is.
Oh, it is a good feeling. Yeah.
That's great. So I was watching TV, late night TV the other night, like I always do at work because there's nothing else to do a lot of times. So they always talk about they targeting these older people for these reverse mortgages.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit? Let me tell you first of all, before you say anything, I don't know anything, but this my gut feeling is what a reverse mortgage is. It seems to me that they're targeting like older people because it's never like young people. Hey, reverse mortgage. No, it's all the older people.
It's the
To
older
me, it seems like they're kind of running out of their retirement money and they needed some extra cash.
Right.
So they're taking equity in their house and they're getting cash to continue paying their house note or whatever.
Right.
How does that work?
And that's right. That's correct. Exactly what you said. But when they die, then they no longer, or their family no longer owns this property.
Oh.
So
No,
that
serious?
is the problem. The bank
Wow.
owns that property
Steer
at
away
that
Really?
from
point.
reverse mortgage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Right.
I don't-
even
Anything
if
in
Tom
reverse
Selleck
is
is
not
selling
good.
it. Right.
Yeah.
Even Magnum PI, like the other night, he was selling it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm not a fan of it because I mean, you have to understand that elderly people are very vulnerable. At that stage of their life, everything is vulnerable to them. And so doing that to them, yes, it makes them comfortable for the time being, but what about afterwards?
Is that a gray area, or do they know that publicly?
It's a gray area.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's a gray
Wow.
area.
So is there any way to get out of this once they sign the paperwork? Pay the money back, or 'cause
At that point, it becomes legal.
Can you almost call that a scam?
Well, the way that they're advertising it it's pretty much not a scam because sometimes it works for some people.
Yeah,
But
if they
you-
live till they're 300.
Right, exactly. Right.
I just don't think it's something that I would let anyone in my family that's that age do.
So the question would be, what would be the alternative to a reverse mortgage if you even need one to begin with?
Probably refinance.
Refinancing.
Yeah.
I'm like, just refinance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I hope to
So-
pay mine off by then.
That's great.
I plan on having mine paid off before my 30 years up. I put an extra note in every year.
Yeah.
Try to start putting 2 in.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
what they tell you to do when you're at the closing table and they're going over the numbers, to pay an extra note a year, and it will bring down your number of years. I've just moved in my house about 8 months ago and I haven't done it yet. Hopefully I can get to that point where I am doing it, but I just don't want to give them
Sure.
what I'm giving them.
I don't either, but
Exactly,
it
right.
feels so good to look at that calculator. They got a calculator, and I forget, it's on it's a mortgage calculator, and you can put, if you put an extra note in, what your mortgage
what it'll drop down to.
Yeah, and It's so far, if I put an extra note in it every year, it drops to like 2045, and before it was like 2050 something.
Mm-hmm.
So by 2045, I'll pay it off. But I
Wow.
plan on paying it off way sooner. I plan on paying it off by the year I retire.
Gotcha.
Awesome. That's
By
great.
the time I'm 51, it should be paid off.
That's awesome. That's very good. That's
Yeah.
where you want to be for sure. So I heard that if you just simply pay your note bi-weekly, you'll pay that one extra note per year. If you pay just every 2 weeks, you put half of your mortgage down, if that's true or not or whatever. But
I pay
rather than
mine
paying
in
it once a
lump
month.
sum.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
I just know about the one extra payment because they always say that at closing. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
stuck with me about the one extra payment a year.
I see what you're
Interesting.
saying though, because somebody did say that, and
Right.
if you get paid like we do, like the state gets a 3-week pay period, like twice a year.
Right.
So like
Right.
that extra
Yeah,
week.
so that extra week
we
you're
go
paying
into
more
it.
into
That
it.
happens
Yeah.
just once a year or more
Yeah,
than once a year?
twice a year.
Twice a year.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
So
Yeah.
so if you look at it that way, it's kind of like the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would basically be if you were to like I use my income tax money to put an extra note in. So income tax comes in, the first thing I do is write a check to Quicken Loans and get done with it. If you're doing that, then that's extra.
Right.
So you're putting like double up on it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
the sound of
absolutely.
double up.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
I'm not
Sounds
going to do
great.
that. I'm going to make more money and just put 2 notes in at the end of the year.
Right, I hear you. Well, that's some very good advice for sure. So let's talk a little bit about your seminar that's coming up pretty soon. And I'm going
yeah.
to go ahead. Let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen so everybody can kind of see it right here. I got it pulled up right here. So here is the seminar. It's called with the Country Living Homebuyer Seminar,
Country
right?
Living Home Buyer
So tell us all
Seminar.
about the seminar.
So the seminar is going to be a mix and mingle type seminar. We are going to give information and a lot of education on becoming a homeowner. But we also are going to go out to the courtyard next to the information center, and we're going to let people just mix and mingle and talk to different people that we're going to have there sponsoring and also talking, just in case they want to just do one-on-ones and kind of like tell what they're going through at this time and get more information on what they can do to start their process, because like I said, everybody is different. So I think by doing it this way, everyone can kind of like mingle and talk about what they want to see in the city, what they want us to bring to the city.
Right.
The mayor is doing a fantastic job.
Great.
Yeah,
we
he's
gotta get him
really
on
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can help us
Get-
get him on.
yeah,
right?
I'm going
Cornell.
to help you get him on.
Are you gonna
I'd
see
like
him?
to interview him.
Yes, we're going to put him right where you're sitting, right there.
Right.
Yes, he's
Um,
doing an amazing job on just basically working with every genre of people, just trying to make sure that he elevates New Roads. And I think that that's the direction that everybody wants to go in, and that's where we're going to take this.
Awesome. Love it.
So we just want to make sure that we're doing what the city wants and having them to come out and basically give us their feedback
See, that's
on
what
what
we're
they're
doing,
looking
too.
for.
Yeah.
Then
Try
that
to
can
miss
help
out.
us to what we'll bring for
Right.
them.
Promote the city.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
We're
definitely.
going
We're
to start
trying
putting
to.
our cards everywhere. We're going to try to get a billboard. We're working. We're working.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're trying to do some trailblazing, be the first to do some things and everything.
Yeah,
around
because
here.
see, if we start advertising for everybody, that's good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's fun.
And so like the reason I found out about you is I was looking through the banner, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw your little ad. I'm going, let me call her
Banner. Shout
Yes,
out for
that's
the
right. up. Right. So I said I got to get this lady on so we can
Yeah,
talk about
they
what she's
did
doing.
an amazing job with me sending them everything through email. They helped me out a lot, and I really appreciate that
Right,
because
yeah.
I was in Baton
So,
Rouge sending everything to them. So yeah, shouts out to the banner.
Yeah,
Let
shouts
me,
out to the banner.
Let me pull up the thing. Click on the thing here. Is this an Eventbrite?
Oh,
Go to
you can
Eventbrite.
register.
Yeah, you can
said?
register on Eventbrite to get
Right.
your tickets to come. Of course, anyone can just show up, but we just wanted to get a head count of the number
Okay.
of people that we're expecting to be there.
Okay, so it's free, of course.
It is
Yes,
free.
it is free.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Cool.
All right, this is awesome. I love this right here.
Yeah.
So you said earlier that you had a lot of people that came out to one of your previous seminars.
Yes, so I tried to do a seminar every quarter. In the last seminar that I did here in New Roads, I had about 65 people that showed up.
65.
Yeah, so that was amazing because I think that was one of my highest count seminars. A lot of people really came because they wanted information on credit. And because I know that's something that clients need information on, we want to continue to give them that type of information and education on how to build credit. Some
Yes.
people just don't know where to start as far as credit cards. Some people are afraid of credit cards.
am.
But if you manage them right, they can help you. They can help you to build your credit. It's just learning how to maneuver everything.
Yes.
And that's the type of information that we're going to be giving them on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's
See, I'm
amazing.
I'm scared. I am a credit card. Oh, it
Yes.
scares me.
Right.
Horror movie for me. I don't do credit cards.
I am too, because a long time ago I got caught in the credit card debt, and I finally got the dumb thing paid out. I'm going like never again. But like you said, sometimes you got to get a little prepaid, maybe a prepaid
Is there
credit
other
card.
ways to get credit besides a credit card? Because
Well-
I don't think I'll ever get one.
So you have to have a mixture of credit, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They'll call and say, well, I have a credit card and I have a car. Yeah, but you need a mixture of credit because you have to show them that you know how to pay your bills, not just one credit card or not just your car note. You have to show them that you're responsible. No one wants to give you a loan of that magnitude if you're not responsible. And again, the thing is, we want to put people in homes because that's the American dream, but you have to take baby steps. So taking baby steps is learning how to manage your credit.
Right.
Yes.
See, I got
Makes
good
sense.
credit. Oddly enough, I don't have a credit card, and I've never had a credit card, and I don't plan on getting one because, like I said,
Right.
they scare me.
Right.
I'll tend to spend a little too much, but
All right.
but on stuff I don't need at that. But anyway,
that's us all.
I mean, it's like
tempting.
$720, $760, I think. It might even be
It's
$780.
amazing, really.
I know,
It's
and I've
amazing.
never had a credit card.
And then a
Wow.
lot of people need to understand that once you buy a house and you have that amount of debt showing, that your credit is going to drop because now they have to see that you're responsible enough to pay this debt.
Right.
So it's a lot of things that you have to learn in trying to better yourself and trying to move towards that goal of owning your own home.
So buying a house, getting a house note, paying your house note every month, you still drop your
You
credit.
still drop your credit.
And I'm not getting a
It's
credit.
amazing. Wow.
I
right.
just won't get a car anytime soon.
Right.
I'll
So,
I'll have to get me a horse and wagon. It'll be cheaper anyway.
right. You still have to pay for food for the horse, though.
Oh,
But,
it can eat the grass.
So your credit is good because
Well, it was
obviously.
when I bought my house, and she
well,
said that. Now
but,
I'm
But
wondering.
your vehicle, I mean, you must have made some good payments on your vehicle. Got
Yeah.
your
I
vehicle.
paid my car off.
Your car's paid off, right?
Yeah, it's been paid off for a few years.
It's amazing. That's
Yep.
great.
well, you're doing good.
Thank
you
you.
need
Sure.
to come to the seminar and talk.
All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're living whatever they're talking about. But the thing is, like, you know, at this point in your life, you don't really need to have a whole lot of credit because you already got your house, your car's paid for already.
I don't,
So,
but
I mean,
what bothers me now is that my car is getting old and it's getting
Oh, yeah.
high mileage.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a Honda. It's 152,000 miles on it, and I drive every day, Baton Rouge back and forth. So
Mm-hmm.
the problem is I'm starting to worry that next year I'm going to need a new car,
right,
and I don't want one.
right.
Maybe I'll win the Powerball.
But the thing is you can take this one as a as a down payment or whatever, trade in.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
and
doing.
your credit is very, very
And,
good.
and I have money set
So-
aside for it.
Oh yeah, you're good to
Yeah.
go.
But
You've always-
I don't want to. Like I said before, I have an idea of what I can afford a month.
Right.
If it's over my budget limit and my budget limit is strict, I won't do it.
Right.
Like when I saw it on my papers for my house, I told them it said it's supposed to be this much a month. When they gave me the papers to sign off, it was like $8 more than what I had already projected. I said, why is it higher? Oh, how did you see that? Nobody ever knows what their actual note's supposed to be when they come here. I said, well, I do. Why is it $8 more?
Right.
Property tax. They put the property tax
okay.
wrong.
$8.
So the
more.
guy I was working with, he's like, you want me to pay the $8 a month for you? Is it that big a deal? I said, I'm a single mom. This is new to me. $8 is a lot.
Yes.
And I had a set limit when I walked in here, and I expected that limit, period. If it's over my limit, I'm uncomfortable. So, but it ended up working out. I got
Right.
where I was supposed to
That's
be after a
awesome.
while, but yeah.
Yeah, you got to be assertive.
You have
with
to
them.
pay attention.
Yeah, you do.
You have to budget yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Definitely.
if you don't budget yourself, you can get in serious trouble.
Yes.
Right.
And it scares me.
So I was
That's
gonna
like
ask
these
you-
kids eating all the time.
Oh yeah, that
Yes,
Yes,
adds
they
up
they're
too.
bust-
busting
summer.
my budget
My
this
goodness.
year.
Yeah, food is very expensive. I was going to ask you. So just like say the shady car salesman, or the people in the real estate industry who will take advantage of you and slip this here and slip that there, and
I don't know. I haven't worked with any.
Won't tell you there's a water damage. It might have been in an 8-foot flood. We just don't know yet.
Right.
Just don't look at the black mold on
Right.
the ceiling.
Been
It
there,
might
done
be a
that.
dead giveaway. But
All
Been
of
there,
my
done that.
colleagues are just like me, and they work very closely with their clients to make
Right.
sure that they do what they're supposed to do to get their
Yes, and
clients
that's
in a
amazing
home.
'cause-
and that's why you
Yes.
get an inspection too, because
Yes.
that's going to justify anything that's not right with
And
it.
Right.
I don't think any realtor wants to put their license on the
Yes.
line
No.
behind being shady.
That's
And
correct.
in
That's
all
correct.
actuality, we're the ones, the buyers, that control the price anyway. We make the offer.
Right.
It's up to us whether we decide to take it or not.
Right.
Or
Yes.
whether the sellers decide to take it or not as well.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot more regulation in the real estate industry than in the car sales industry.
Yes, it's
So,
a lot of regulations that we have to follow. And I take pride in selling homes, and I'm a single mother as well. So this is how I feed my family. So I never want to pressure anyone into buying a home that they're not comfortable with.
Right.
Right.
Because I have to sleep at night, and I don't want any karma to come to me and my kids.
Nobody
Yes.
knocking on your window
Right.
saying, what
So-
did you do to me?
Right.
You put me in this house.
Right.
I
Yeah.
see roaches the size of my head.
Right. Oh yeah.
Or your daughter got in a fist fight with one, and then you sprayed Raid on it, and it coughs at you.
I remember
It
that. Right.
says-
Yes.
Scared
Wish we
me
had that
to
on
death.
video.
Oh my gosh,
But,
I've never heard a roach cough. This is the first
Oh.
time I finally got some and decided to take care of the roach myself. I walk in there at 4:00 in the morning. This girl's got her flashlight, and I walk by, and I'm like, well, she's just looking at her TV or something. I said, wait a minute, that's not right. It's 4:00. What is she doing? And I see this little leg sitting on the bed, and I see Riley, and she's like, something crawled on me. And y'all, we don't have roaches. Seriously, this is a first. I saw the leg, and I said, this child has gotten into a wicked fight with a roach. And that poor roach is limping around somewhere in that room. And I see it. I said, I'm going to get the Raid. I spray it with Raid, and I kid you not, it looks at me in a dramatic way. It says,
Jeez.
and died.
Oh
I
my
felt
gosh.
so bad, Dave.
Wow.
I have never
For an
killed a
insect.
roach ever in my life.
Man.
And that is the first time I finally had some and did it. And I felt so
Jeez.
bad. She said, and I did this unconsciously, I was not paying attention. She said, I ducked my head down. I went to the bathroom and got toilet paper, and I went back with my head still down, and then I went, poor roach. It was bad.
Wow.
And my dad come and sprayed like the next day for me, because it's like,
Right.
it
You don't have to
freaked
do that
me
again.
out.
You don't have to kill
Yeah.
another one. Another
I
poor
don't
roach.
wanna kill no
Wow, it's
bugs.
genocide of the roaches.
Man, I hate roaches, but I'm not going to sit there and kill one like that. That's just pitiful.
Right. Roaches have, lives.
I
have
used
lives
to
too,
spray
right?
spiders with hairspray, and they get stuck, and I felt so
Oh,
bad.
Man. Right. Spiders really are cool. I was
Yeah,
playing
until
with
they
spiders.
bite you,
Well, I
and
mean,
your
they
arm
bite them.
rots off.
Right, but spiders, they contribute to the ecosystem. It's like the food chain.
Don't spray them with
So-
hairspray, though, man. They get stuck in their spot where they were. It is pitiful. Which I don't want to spray it with Raid, because Raid scares me. And so I'm like, I'm just going to spray him with hairspray. And I'm like, shh. And he
Right.
got stuck. And I'm like, well, I
Right.
ain't doing that no more.
Well, you know what? That's a good problem to have, because those are homeowner problems. Well, if you rent too, but I mean,
That's
those are
true.
homeowner problems. It
If
means
you
you're-
have a lot of trees, you get roaches. And not them little bitty
Right.
baby ones. I'm talking them big ones.
And ants in the summertime.
Ants, people, and them
Oh.
things
The
will
big
tear
one,
your
yes.
electric up, your septic tank thing up. They will eat you out of house and home, literally.
Yeah.
They go through the foundation.
yes,
Yeah.
they'll find sugar.
Yes.
They'll find food anywhere. They
Yeah.
even get in
Water.
your vehicle. They'll get in your vehicle.
They're in
Yeah.
my pond right now. I got bit like 3 times yesterday pulling weeds.
Wow.
Oh,
that's
they're
amazing.
mean.
That is amazing.
Aggressive little boogers.
Well, all right. So yeah. So if you get to own a home, then these might be some problems that you might have. You never know.
Yeah.
So
And water damage because somebody dents the culvert down the road.
right.
That's happened to me
Right.
recently.
Well, those are good problems to have. That means
That's
'cause that
bad
means that-
problems.
well, I mean that means that you own something and you're taking care of it yourself. The landlord's not taking care of it. You're taking
No.
pride in ownership
Right.
in what you own.
I had to
and-
call the parish and
and,
complain.
Right. And
I don't even
yeah.
know if they fixed it yet.
well,
I
at
already
least-
got a mindset on what's going to happen if I flood, though, and it ain't going to be pretty.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
That's it. So there's one thing I want to ask you. We're going to wrap this up because we're
Okay.
a little over time right now. So I remember I went to the seminar. I remember we had the flooding that happened on East Street or whatever a long time ago, or Pecan Street flooding. So they had a special program that they came out with the government. They were going to help all of these people relocate in these new houses, these new energy efficient homes. So did you hear about that? Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am aware of that. Brian, who is over the USDA, I speak with him at least once a
Yes,
week.
he
He
was
is
out there.
amazing. He is still over the program, and they are coming up with a project for those people that's back there in East Pecan.
Right.
Actually, when they flood, my mom floods. So that's
okay.
why I'm kind of sticking kind of close to this project, because I want to make sure that they are taken care of, because there's
Right.
a lot of elderly people that are back there, and we want to make sure that we get them out of that situation, because they flooded more than twice back there.
Yeah, it was
And
just
every
bad.
time they flood, the water comes up to reshape where my mom lives, and they always flood as well.
Wow.
Has that levee thing been? That's by the levee, is it not?
No, it's not by the levee.
Oh, I don't
it's
know where that's
by
at. I'm thinking the wrong.
Pecan Street
Yeah,
is
it's
kind of
behind Rosenwall.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Well, there's
so
still
it's
not
by
that
the
far
pump.
away.
The pumps are back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So I heard that they had like what 20 acres of land or something, like kind of close to Delta over here, like on Highway 10, and
Yes.
that's all prime real estate. Some of the best real estate in the parish actually, and all these beautiful energy efficient homes with solar panels, low electricity bills.
Who I need that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So these guys
Yeah.
could be a lot better than they were before, than they ever were before.
So Brian is working to get that project up and coming. And like I said, I talked to him. He's amazing when it comes to trying to get this project going. But of course, it's not something that's going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
So let's just let that be clear. But they are working on something to help them get out of that situation.
Right.
And just to have him take the time to talk to me every time that I call him, it lets me know that he's not letting what's going on go unseen and unheard in his department, knowing that he can do something about it.
Right.
They started building, or are they gonna?
No,
build them?
they haven't started anything yet, but they're in the process of purchasing the land, getting the land going.
Okay. If they do, they're gonna sell these houses.
I don't know the stipulations on if they're going to give them money and then they can purchase the houses, like they're going to buy them out of their current
I heard
situation.
$50,000 or something.
I'm
Yeah.
just curious with solar panels and stuff. That's expensive. That's a good thing.
Well, I do know that they've had several architects come out. They've had, I think it was like LSU came out. So they've been discussing or having different meetings to say how these houses are going to look, what these houses are going to have, and basically make them efficient enough for these residents to be able to live there, to where it won't be more expensive
Yeah.
than where they already are.
Yeah, like the solar panel thing, that would be something I would,
Yeah.
check into
Yeah.
if it's worth it, and
Yeah.
it seems to be.
But I really don't have that much information on it.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I went
was
to
just
the
curious.
Tim and I went to the seminar when because CNBC came down. They did a national news story on it, and it was really good. So we learned a lot about at the seminar. So that's great. All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up for today. So thank you so much for coming out and being our guest.
Thank you
And,
for having me.
It was fun.
Yes, one more time. Let's pull this website up again real quick, and we're gonna.
Your her
tell
Facebook
us,
page.
Tell us more about what's going on this week.
So they can go to my Facebook page. It's Kimberly Christophe, and you can click the link for the Eventbrite where you can register
Yeah,
to
like
get
right
you
here.
a ticket. And it's free to the public.
Excellent.
And we just want you guys to come out and learn what it takes to become a homeowner, and to learn what we're trying to bring to your city.
Right. Excellent. Well, it sounds
Cool.
great. Looking forward to seeing you out there. If I'm available, I'll try to stop in and tell y'all hello.
Yes, come get a mimosa.
And not
Oh yeah, that's incentive right
mimosa, she says.
there. Right. She's not playing.
Ooh.
She's
How is
not
6
playing.
to 7:30?
Yeah, it's about 6 to 7:30 because we're going to be out on the courtyard, and so it'll be cool around that time.
Oh,
to
with the
where-
mimosa, you'll forget.
Right.
She had me at mimosa.
Exactly right. That's it. Right. The rest is history after
That's
that.
right.
That's it. It's 5 o'clock.
What was it
somewheres.
about?
Right. Well, I tell you what, that sounds great. That's a great service to people in New Rose. Thank you for coming out and giving back to your community. And this is
Yep.
awesome. You're an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
Cool.
so much.
Thank you.
Well, all right, that's going to wrap everything up. Real quick plug for our two great sponsors.
PointCoupieReporter.com. It is the media hub. Everything you want to know about Point Coupie is on PointCoupieReporter.com. And Point Coupie Banner, same thing,
Yes.
only in paper form and in color ink. I can't get over that. I just love color ink.
Right.
Sold at
Yeah,
all
it
your
just
local
feels good in your hand.
grocers. Yeah, and it won't go out when the internet goes out either.
Yes.
But yeah, both of those are really cool. Check them out.
Yes, they are. All right. sounds great.
PointCoupieReporter.com and Point Coupie Banner.
Absolutely. Okay. For Datha Bure and Ms. Kim Christophe, I'm David K. Jar. This is Dave K. Show. We will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you
Bye.
later.